All right. So it says, find the lateral area and surface area of each prism. I want everybody to underline lateral. And under lateral, I just want you to put sides. So if I ask you to find the lateral area of this room, you would just tell me the area of all the walls. Is everybody with me? It'd be the area of all the walls. If I ask you to find the surface area, not only would you find the area of the walls, but you'd find the area of the what? Floor and the what? Ceiling, or both bases. All right? So listen, everybody put an X over lateral. The reason why I'm telling you to put an X over lateral area is because we are always going to find the what? Surface area. If we find the surface area, that means we found the what? We found the lateral area. Okay? So you have to know how to do that. All right? Is everybody with me on that? So anytime we want to find area, here's how many dimensions? 2 dimensions. All right? Now, what I want to do for you is there's this thing called net. All right? And a net is simply breaking down the rectangular prism into its geometric shapes. So let me explain to you what I mean by that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a prism. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and just cut it and bring it down, so I can show you what the net is, because next week we're going to do a little bit of IXL next week, and I want you to be able to tell me about I want you to be able to tell me about the net. All right, so I'm just going to put it right here. All right, so here is our prism. Now, when you do the net, all right, when you do the net, you're actually just going to break it up into its pieces. So listen, I need you to listen, right? Okay? Now, when you break it up, here's what I want to show you guys. I'm going to cut it here. I'm going to cut it here, 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 and then I'm going to cut it here. And when you do that, think about it like a box. If you take a box and cut it, you can lay it flat. All right, let me show you what's going to happen when I lay it flat. All right, when I lay it flat, does everybody agree this will be the top part? Can everybody see that? Then this will be one of the walls. Does everybody agree with that? And then this part right here will be the what? The other, that would be the bottom, correct? And then this right here would be another wall. Do you agree with that? And then there would be one more flap that would come out like this. Wait a minute now. And oh, thank you. And one on this side also. Now, the only reason I'm drawing that is because I kind of want you to see, right, what you're talking about when we talk about the surface area. Because there's a formula for surface area, but I say the formula for surface area is not necessary for me. Absolutely not necessary. So I just make it basic and simple, something everybody can understand. All right? So the question is, how many of these are there? 2. Now, how many of these are there? Now, most people say 4, but there's actually only 1. There's actually only 2 because they have different dimensions, right? So these 2 are the same. Does everybody agree with that? But then the other 2 over here, and what I'm trying to get you to convince you of, even though it's not exactly great, is that if you fold the walls up this way and you wrap it around, it will be that box. All right? Do you understand what I'm saying, or let me show you? Anybody have any questions? Come on now. Don't daydream on a Friday now. We're almost done. No homework. Just pay attention with me. All right? You guys okay with that? Everybody okay? Thomas, you see what I'm talking about? Joseph, come on now. You do not say much and you need to get back on track. I'm asking you.
Yeah, I get it.
You okay? Come on now. I want you to speak up. Don't be afraid. All right, so that's that box, right? So those sides are all called what? What are these called right here? What's that shape of the wall? They're all rectangles. What's the formula for a rectangle? Length times width. Everybody agree with this? All right. You're going to find the area of each one and multiply it by what?
2.
Multiply it by 2. And then add them up. Look how simple that is. Bless you, bless you, bless you. All right. So let me show you something now. What I want to get at is this. I'm trying to show you that this length right here is 60. This length is 60. This is 60. This is 60. This is 5. This is 5. This is 24, 24, 24. This is 5, 5, 5. Does everybody see that?
Would there be another 5?
Yeah, there's another 5 on the corner, but I kind of ran in the room. Does everybody see that? So what would be the area of the red? What would be the area of the red? What? No, I don't care numerically. Just tell me what numbers are involved.
65.
Right, 60 times 5. And then how many of them are there?
2.
So times 2. So that's these. All right. Now what else do I need? What other two numbers?
The big rectangle.
What's the big rectangle dimensions?
60.
60 times 24 times 2. And then what's the other rectangle?
5.
Plus 5 times 24 times 2. That's it. Look up now. I'm going to show you one last thing. What? The green right here, those are 5 by 24s. You with me? And this one right here is 60 by 24. So now you add those up. All right. Now, what I want to do is I'm going to go back to up here so you can see what it is. Now, please look here. Does everybody see there are 3 numbers? Does the order in which I multiply the numbers matter? No. So here was what the formula I told you was last year. Surface area is equal to 2LW plus 2LH plus 2WH. Does anybody remember that formula? You should understand a little bit better now why there's 2, right? The 2 length times width is the top and the bottom. Does everybody agree with that? And then there is a length and a height, which are the walls. And then there's another what? Width and a height for the other walls. Is everybody with me on that? All right. So what I prefer you do is I prefer everybody to say the surface area of a rectangular prism is 2LW plus 2LH plus 2WH. Write that down. Now to make it real simple on you, the 60, we can label that the length. The 24, we can label that the what? The width. And 5, we can label the what? Height. But does it matter what we label W, L, and H?
No.
Makes no difference. Makes no difference because we're going to be multiplying. Everybody okay with that? So now let's plug it into our formula. So surface area is equal to 2 times 2 times 60 times the width, 24, plus 2 times 60 times 5, plus 2 times 24 times 5. Now type that straight into the calculator, please. Straight into the calculator. And somebody tell me. Come on.
That's what I got.
3,720 centimeters squared. Remember, we're not doing volume, we're doing area. Thomas, you with me? Joseph, you with me? Anybody have any issues with that? Does everybody agree that's kind of easy, right?
I'm a little confused on
Oh yeah.
the formula.
How I got 2LW, 2LH, and 2WH?
Yeah.
From this down here. This is the length, and this is the width.
So you just
I multiply them together, and then I multiply it by 2 because there's 2 of them. Do you agree with that?
But like, why do you do 2 H's? Or,
What do I like the 2 H's over here?
Yeah.
Let me try to explain. Because watch how easy this is. Ready? I'm gonna draw it so you can see it better. This and this. That's 5 times 24, right? Times 2, because it's over here. You with me? That rectangle on the side wall is H times W. And then there's 2 of them, right? Now look here. If I ask about this wall right here, that wall is length times height. Agreed? You can say no.
sort of.
What's the length?
60.
And what's the height?
Oh.
Yes.
Oh,
And then there's 1 of them in the back.
alright.
That's why we're multiplying by 2. Honestly, that's a good thing to do, guys. He's perfect. Didn't see it? Let me show you. I can try to do a better job showing you if you're not sure about something. Bless you. You good? See how easy that is? They just plug in numbers in. All right. So now we're going to go down to number 2. If I ask you to draw a net on number 2, what shapes would you see? Somebody tell me.
Triangle.
How many?
2.
2 triangles and
3 rectangles.
3 rectangles. Is everybody with me on this? Does everybody see that? Now, are the rectangles all the same?
No. Yes.
Are any of them the same?
2 of them.
Well, let's see.
No, the height.
Let's look right here now, please, because again, I think this is what's important. That rectangle on the bottom is not the same, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Now the question is it the same on the side?
Yes.
And I think it is,
Yeah.
right? It is, right? So here's what I want you to do now. If you can see that now, we're going to write a formula for it. All right? Surface area is equal to how many triangles?
2.
So I want everybody to write down 2, 1/2 base times height, plus, now, normally what I tell kids is just write it out like that. I think that's easier. That way I don't care if the rectangles are the same. Do you agree with me? But I definitely know the triangles are what?
The same.
Definitely the triangles are the same. What?
Oh, we're 2.
Yes, that's what we're getting ready to talk about. So here, the 2 and the 1/2 can do what to each other?
Cancel out.
Cancel. So here we go. So the surface area is equal to, what's the base and height of the triangles? 20 and 25. Joseph, you still writing? So 20 times 25 plus. Now, let's do the bottom rectangle first. What are the dimensions of that bottom rectangle?
20 and 9.
20 and 9. All right, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull this over so everybody can see it. So I'm not.
Sister, where's the half go?
2 times 1/2.
It can't.
You with me, or let me show you?
No.
Right? The 2 and the 1/2 did cancel out, right? All right, now what is this? Come on, guys.
26.
What's this one? Plus, say it, go ahead.
26.9.
Right, 26.9 times 9.
You put times 2.
And then If you realize it's the same, we can just say, hey, what? Multiply by it times 2. Or we can just do length times width again. Now look, Thomas, you good on that? Joseph? Okay, times 2. Everybody good? Because it's over here. The same rectangle as this. You with me now, right? So now everybody do that on the calculator, please.
I got 940.1.
940.1 square inches. Remember, don't let someone else do it for you. Please just do it on your calculator. That's how you get better.
I got 100 and 1,064. Like on the first time.
Okay, good. 1,000. Thank you, Carly. What? 1,000. Okay, so now everybody just double check, please. Whoever got 940.1, just do it over real quick. Everybody just verify your answers. That's what you're doing. You're practicing. Making a mistake on the calculator. Double checking your work. It's really simple. Really, really simple. But geometry is the hardest thing on the ERBs for some reason.
Yeah, it's 1,164 points.
64?
Yeah.
All right, so let's knock out the 2, put a 4, and cross this one out. Okay, so let's take a look now at question number 3. Okay, so surface area. How many triangles? 2, right? So we're going to go 2 times 1/2 BH. How many rectangles?
2.
How many? 3. Are any of them the same?
2.
I'll try to show you. This one, the side wall, over here, right? The front wall, right? You see it now? And then the back wall, the other back wall. This one here, and this one here. Now my question to everybody, come on now. Are any of the rectangles the same this time?
No.
No, they're not, because look, this length over here is what? 11, this one is,
15.
and this one is, yes. So none of the rectangles are the same. So it's going to be 2 times 1/2 base times height plus what? LW plus LW plus what? LW. That's what I need out of you guys. And then, of course, somebody already said the 2 and the 1/2 are going to cancel out because we're smart. So let's cross that out. All right, now I need the numbers. Surface area equals, what's the base and height of the triangle? No. 15 and 11. Remember, it's pointing to the base. Let me bring this up again just to make sure. What I need to show you is, see how the right angle points to the base and the height. That's what I used to tell my kids. Is everybody with me? The base and that right angle symbol points to the base and the height. So in this case, the base and the height is what again? Right, 11 times 15 plus. All right, now let's do the front rectangle. Somebody tell me the dimensions of this rectangle. Good job. 18.6 and 12. Plus. All right, now we're going to do, I'll change it up just to make sure you guys see it. I want this wall over here to the right. What's that?
15.
15 by 12. And then the other one is?
11 by 12.
Thank you very much. 11 by 12. Come on, guys. I don't think this is that hard. You just got to visualize. You got to visualize. I'm listening.
I got 700.2.
Anybody else get 700.2 millimeters squared?
I got 700.
Yep, 700.2.
Yeah, so
700.2. We're happy with that? Thomas? Okie doke. Now, what I want to do is I want everybody to try 4, 5, and 6. 4, 5, and 6. I'm just going to give you 5 minutes, and then you tell me what your answer is. All right? And then we can decide if you know how to do it. All right? 4, 5, and 6. If you get them right, guess what? You know how to do it. It's that simple. If you don't get them right, we got to fix things. All right? So let me put it on pause, and you guys work on it for 5 minutes. All right. So, again, somebody just asked me a question. Here we go. Let's look at this now, just to show you. All right? I want you to tell me this wall is what by what? By what? Okay, so it doesn't, listen to me. Don't be mad, but you have to draw it on there so you can see. I never once went to the 12 side. Look what I did. How much from here to here? Come on now. How much from here to here? 3. How much from here to here? That's why it's 3 and 13. You highlight what the dimensions are.
Yeah, I did.
Well, you said 12. You didn't highlight the 12.
Because I thought that you would take the back square and do the first one.
No, that's your mistake. This right here, what is this length right here? That's exactly correct. Now let's do the other wall just so you can see the difference. Right? So now I'm going to do this wall. And that's why I always try to tell everybody, if you just draw the dimensions, you should be able to see the numbers. You with me, right? Okay. What are those dimensions? Yes. Are you with me now, right? You see what I'm trying to show you, Carly? We don't need to guess. We can just draw it. That's the most important thing I tell kids. Draw the rectangle. When you draw or outline the rectangle, it gives you the numbers that you're supposed to be using. All right, so somebody tell me that surface area.
150.
Anybody else get 150?
Yeah, I got it.
150 square feet. Everybody good with that? I'm agreeing. Hopefully you're good. All right, let's see. On question number 6. All right, someone tell me what they got. Somebody tell me what they got. Bradley, what did you get?
Oh gosh, I just.
All right. So let me go ahead and I'm going to pause it for a minute. I want everybody to finish up 6. And if you did 6, just do 7 and 8 and 9, because that's going to be the homework. All right. If you didn't finish 6, do it right now. All right. I'll give you about another 2 minutes because the bell's going to ring here in a minute. Bradley, did you finish up yet? Oh, he just left. Thomas, did you get a number yet? What did you get?
I don't know if this is right.
So I'm going to tell you.
4,288.
4,288
I didn't take it.
inches squared.
No, that's not.
You doing
I
okay?
don't know.
Joseph? What'd you get? All right, come on. Yeah, here we go again. So again, surface area. Please listen. Again, here's the top. Do you agree? What is the dimensions of the top or the bottom?
40.
Yes, 40 times 32. And then how many of them are there?
2.
So times 2 plus. Now the front wall, what's the measure of the front wall? 32 times 12. And then how many of those are there?
2.
Now the side wall, what's that? 40 and what? 40 and what?
12.
Why do you think 32? Let's look and see. I'm going to erase it. I'm going to draw the wall from here to here. Where is 32 at? No, it's not. This is 12 right here. That wall has nothing to do with 32. You see where your mistake is now?
Yeah, but you said that you can't do it twice.
Here's what you're not understanding. You're telling me I'm telling you something wrong. And I'm showing you. I told you to draw out the rectangle. If you ever are not sure about the dimensions, Carly, come on, kiddo. Look, I'm just saying, if you did what I told you to do, it would be this rectangle. This is what you're looking at. Where is there 32 on that rectangle? There you go. Thank you, girl. Thank you, girl. Come on. Come on. Don't worry about it. Okay? So then it would be 40 times 12 times 2. 40 times 12 times 2. All right? There we go. All right, and I'm trying to show you the easiest way to do surface area is highlight the regions. And then you can figure out what the dimensions are. If you don't highlight the regions, it kind of makes it a little bit more difficult to do. All right, so does everybody agree the answer was what? 4,288 square inches. 4,288 square inches. All right. And again, the bell rings at what time?
17.
All right, no homework, guys. No homework. No homework. I know.
You gotta know Mr. Stuff. I was just